called Law Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rachakodash. That's what this world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ in the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue. This brother I knocked from y'all with a quick hit. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles across the four corners of the earth who rule well and teach well, raising up tabernacles of David, seeking out the elect in these last days. Shalom to the few Akwath that watch and believe in our testimony. Shalom to the hopeful elect, pushing His word and truth. Pushing His word and truth and sincerity in these last days, making that call and election sure. Got a little quick Hebrew prayer I want to get. Reason why I'm bringing this out because it's a Hebrew prayer on, how to basically control your anger, not to be quickly upset or quickly, mad. Or we easily can get frustrated out here, with different things. Brothers going through different things in their lives, and you might find yourself going, getting angry or going, doing a little too much and not so in appropriate places, man. And one that's in the spirit continuously, will recognize these things. But some brothers may have anger problems, man. We've seen it. There's different types of brothers, different types of men out here that all come from different walks of life, that have different types of issues they have to take on when coming in the truth, man. And some brothers' problems might be, they hot-headed, quick-tempered. A lot of men, a lot of brothers are, going through things in their lives, that may have them on edge, man, but we might be out here in the workplace, man, and we might be going through some things that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is putting us through. And, somebody might piss us off at work, We might end up saying something, it might jeopardize your job, man. We can't have that, you know what I'm saying? We have to, remain in the spirit as much as possible at all times, and we have to, think spiritually about our actions and, what we shall speak and what we will do, before they happen. And I'm making this video because I've had a similar situation where I was being vexed, outside of work, when I came to work, and the Lord was vexing me that day. But came into work, and this cat I usually converse with here and there, we chop it up, sometimes we laugh, joke, blah, 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 but one day, he said something that just didn't sit right with me, man, and I was already aggravated through the spirit. I was already vexed, frustrated, and my first reaction was, hey, man, I go up to him and, hey, could you not do this? Why do you have to do this and that? I'm not, touch on the subject as far as detail, but I spoke to him humbly, like, hey, can you not do this? Why do you feel like you always need to do this and that, such and such? His response was not what I wanted to hear, of course, but he said some things, and then it led to me saying some things, basically led to me telling Jake I'll beat your ass, and I got mad, but I had to realize, I didn't realize till days later, a week go by, and I see how Jake acting. I had to realize, like, dang, I can't be reacting this way out here, because these 2/3 don't understand the type of vexation we have, and that don't mean I have to take out my frustration on anybody, because they're not going to understand what's going on in our lives, okay? And I had to understand that, and the Lord put it on my spirit to go back to that man and humbly, come to him like, hey, you got anything to get off your chest, and hey, try to smooth things out, which that's just the humble heart in me, really could care less about the 2/3. It was just a simple fact that I'm in the workplace. Don't know what he might be telling others, that might jeopardize my job. You know what I mean? So Lord had me come across this prayer, you know, and I'm the water Yahweh Bashim Yashai did have me come across this prayer, but push come to shove, me and the Jake, you know, we ain't talking how we used to be, but you know, we'll still speak if it's amongst work, you know, that's it. But we have to learn how to be slow to anger, okay? And I got that precept right there too, but I'm gonna go over the prayer, and I'm gonna bring out this precept, and I'm gonna bring out one more precept. But the prayer would be Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Babakusha Babakusha Babakusha, or Babakusha 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 Izarnaya. So Izar is help. Naya means would make it to yourself. So it mean me. So it'd be help me. So Izarnaya La'a, which is not, and Lahaya, which is to be. La is to, and then Haya be. Lahaya. It says Qualaw, but it's pronounced Kawlal, like Kawlal, Kawlal, which is quickly. And then Katazap, angry, which means angry or mad or upset. And then you would say Aman, so be it. So you would say Baba Kusha Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Baba Kusha Azarnaya La'a Lahaya Khalal Khatazat Aman, which means help me not to be quickly angry or mad or upset. Okay? Because you can't have brothers out here going in the workplace, you know, just letting their anger out and frustrations due to vexations that's coming from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. You know, the average American or average Jake, the average Edomite or average Jake is not going to understand the type of frustrations we have. Not going to understand that, you know, why we in the spirit that we in whenever we do go off on them, man. Okay? But there's a precept to that, Proverbs 16:32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city. You know, and the whole point is we have to have rule over, you know, certain things. Now, yeah, we don't have rule over retaining the spirit, as the scriptures say, but we have rule over how we conduct our spirit, man. Okay? Or how we conduct ourselves in the spirit, right? Right? And it should show forth a certain manner, you know, a certain conduct. All right? So it says, he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city. Okay? And we need to, you know how to rule our spirit in certain situations, man. Okay? You know, we need to learn how to remain calm, you know, slow your heart down, your heart rate down, and, hey, stop and think and be in the spirit like, hey, what could come of this if I do this? No, I shouldn't do that. You know, you're always going to hear that voice in your head, you know, that's telling you right from wrong, you know. You're always going to hear that still voice, you know. The spirit is dealing with you. Okay? I'm going to get one more precept. Let me see. Matter of fact, yeah. It was in here. Ecclesiastes 7:9. Be not hasty. It's like, be not hasty, meaning be not quick. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. Okay? See? So it's saying be not quick, you know, to anger, man. Basically how Proverbs 16 was saying be slow to anger. Right? You know, so we have to know how to rule our own spirit in certain situations, man. And that's a very, very important trait and characteristic to have in your walk, man. All right. But that's basically it. If you want me to say it again, this is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Baba Kusha Baba Kusha Baba Kusha Izarnaya La'a Lahaya Khalal Khatazat Aman. Help me not to be quickly mad or quickly angry or quickly upset. So be it. You know. But hopefully that was edifying. Until next time. Shalom.